There we go. We're live now. Yes, people, welcome to Man Knows Football. You're here with myself, Guni. Guns will be here in a minute. You know how Guns does. Guns gets here when he gets here. It's love every time for my brother. You get me? He's allowed. He's allowed. Lee's got League Gunner privileges. You get me? So he gets away with League Gunner things. But big up the Rat Army. I see you lot jumping on this stream and that. Yeah. I see you lot jumping on from Lee's stream. Big up every single one of you. Big up those that have been waiting as well. Some of the usual faces. Let me use this as an opportunity to show some love and respect to the people, them in the chat as always. Abdi has been with this movement from a long time. Big up Abdi. Yeah, I'm talking both the Man Knows Football and the Potter Out movement. Yeah, I have been sold, my brother. I've been sold, my brother. I've been sold. Todd Miller saying, I hate to be that guy that advised this. Was a bad move from the jump. So I won't talk about how much I said Potter was out of his depth with taking the Chelsea job. I won't say it. I refuse to acknowledge the fact I was tweeting to the abyss the day they fired TT and appointed Potter. I'm not that type of fan that will say, I told you so, even if nobody really heard me. I mean, FFS, Ancelotti even said last Champions League that Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel were the most difficult team to face in the tournament. So obviously he gets sacked. Because who likes silverware? It's just a sham that United have figured out how to hire a manager for their club, but we have bungled it so terribly. The jump for Potter was too high in my honest opinion. And Todd, while I was sitting here defending Graham Potter, using every excuse that I thought was valid, that I still think is valid, a lot of the reasons, to be fair, I have to concede here and accept that you were right. Because after Southampton, like I said, I had Nini on here. Great points that he made. There were some that I couldn't really argue against. But my mind at that point had been made up. It's good to have respectful conversations with people. You get me? But yeah, for me, his time's up. His time's up. I've got no reason to trust the man whatsoever. It's too easy to watch a clip of the squad warming up and determine how they're feeling. I think it's super reactionary to say they're disinterested. LT, we're definitely going to discuss that because we need to discuss the differences between different types of training. 100%. With their Panyardi, yes, man. Real queffer. Big up yourself, bro. Yeah, big up all my Jamaicans in the building as well. You get me? I think everything moving forward, even training clips, are going to be highly scrutinized, especially after that last performance versus a managerless club. Absolutely. That much I agree. I understand the reaction, and again, we're gonna get into that. Ridiculous decision, Todd. It was a ridiculous decision. Yeah, Fraser, big up yourself from the Rat Army. If you're new to the platform as well, help us reach 20k. By the way, we reached 16k as well. Thank you very much for helping us hit 16k, man. Appreciate that. Now the next target is obviously 17. Help us get to 17. We don't stop at 16. We're not stopping at 17. We're gonna keep going, man. Let's keep it going. But big up everybody. They look disinterested on the pitch on Sunday, then fine, but I'm not using a 30-second video of them warming up footwork drills to make any reads. Facts. Ask Guns, why does he hate Barcelona? Listen, probably for the same reasons a lot of us don't like Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Where do you start? You wait for Lona and all that from back then. You're talking to a Chelsea fan. Yeah? The Ovrebo gate and all that stuff. Yeah, and then obviously the transfers is, yeah, you lot are just annoying. Watching Guni have to tell Lee's channel to go to Lee's channel to tell him to hurry up his quality content. Big up Lee, mods and fellow rats in the chat. Yes, Nippon, I see you in the building. Yeah, Liverpool got done. We're definitely going to have a chinwag about the Liverpool situation yesterday because goodness me. Yeah, we've been getting the corn everywhere. It's time that it gets evenly spread. And that's what happened to Liverpool yesterday. They got spread like butter on toast by Real Madrid. Absolute humiliation. Absolute humiliation. Yeah, Anfield Knights. Yeah, the 12th man. Yeah, what happened to all of that? Different animal in Europe and all that. What happened to all of that? Yeah, I can't really chat because we're 1-0 down to Borussia Dortmund, which, if we're being honest, is worse. Is worse. Honestly, I think it's worse. If we go out, yeah, to Borussia Dortmund, it's a worse result than what's happened with Liverpool. I don't care. I don't care. The geezer needs to go. Honestly speaking, I just don't want him anywhere near the club. Don't want him nowhere near the club. And introducing Lee Gunner in the building. Oops, I don't think Lee can hear me. Bam, now Lee should be able to hear me. Introducing Lee Gunner in the building, fresh from his stream. Sent over the Rat Army as well. Big up everybody that's been following over for Lee's stream. Let's talk. Let's talk, Guns. Let's talk. Yeah? Did you see that video I sent you?
Yeah, I just watched it now. Oh my days, bro. It's almost like, do you remember that video of Wayne Rooney with his little kid?
Yeah.
He was trying to get the kid to kick the ball in the goal and the kid just didn't want to know. Do you remember that? Yeah, bro. Aubameyang and all of them, man, just standing there like, okay. No intensity, nothing, mate. Oh my days, you're finished. You're done out here.
My thing
bro,
is...
and I see Chelsea Instagram put when you were walking out the tunnel the other day. Yeah, did you see that on Chelsea?
Yeah, I saw. You see, now that one there is one I would read into a lot more than what I saw from the training video. And I'll tell you what.
No. Both, bro. You got to put them both together. If it was one isolated incident, that walking out the tunnel, you could go, well, okay, maybe, okay, we can, whatever. But now you're seeing that a few days later after you've just been beaten by Southampton. And you've scored 5 goals since November, and they're all just standing there like, oh, whatever.
No, hold on, because listen. At this point, I want the gaffer out. Yeah, I want him out. I'm done. I'm done with him completely. Yeah, but you see that video there was an open training session, from what I hear, which means it's open to the public, and the majority of football clubs, when they do open training session, they show no kind of tactical anything. So it's basically like a social for them to just kick the ball around and just showcase themselves and just make the people happy. They don't give you nothing of technical, tactical substance. They don't do none of that. Now, again, like I said, yeah, I want this geezer gone, bruv. I am done with him. After Southampton, that result was completely unacceptable. You lose to 20th place Southampton with no manager, and they look more organised than what we do, and only one of their players gets into our squad. The same one I've been talking about since summer, by the way, Romeo Lavia, everyone's getting onto now. That's the only one that will get into our squad. The rest of them are basically regens of FIFA, bro. When you've gone too far on the game, you don't even know who these guys are. Just faceless avatars and that on FIFA, bruv. And we're getting packed by them.
Ward Prowse to get on your bench right
now.
Yeah,
facts. I forget, no disrespect to Ward Prowse.
Bro, that guy's got to be one of the best free kick takers I've ever seen, mate. He is ridiculous.
It was basically a penalty. You see when Azpilicueta gave it away, yeah? And that's another... Bro, why is he there? Why do you have both Azpilicueta and Koulibaly on the same side, bruv?
Yeah, that's got to be the slowest, oldest.
That is mental, bro. That is mental. This is why he's got to get sacked. This is why he's got to go, my bro. This is why he's definitely...
Let me give you a counter-argument, because I've been thinking about this, yeah? Right? Is Todd Boehly... Because you played Mason Mount up front at some point in that game.
Yep. We did. Right?
Is Todd Boehly sitting upstairs in his executive box, off camera, with the bench downstairs, off camera because the game's going on? Is he radioing down or phoning down saying, yo, put Mace up front? Oh, yo, bring this player on. Bro, we don't know I'm not trying to give Potter a pass because he's been horrible since he's been there.
Shocking.
But the way Todd Boehly's come into your football club, and I said this yesterday to Terry, how can a billionaire floss and flex on other billionaires?
It's impossible.
In the Premier League. The only way he can do that, a billionaire can only flex on another billionaire in Premier League is by going, boom, I'm having him. Well, we're going to fly a team out to Turkey. We're getting Mudryk. We've got a billionaire, bro. Our billionaire's richer than your billionaire. Yeah, we've already done the math the other day. Our billionaire's got more money than your billionaire. So what's his flex? Right, we're going to fly a team out, phone up Shakhtar and say, yo, we're at the hotel. We're doing the deal now. Because now that's like, yo, F you. Yeah, now we're going to fly a whole team out to Benfica. Yeah,
Enzo,
yo, we're having Enzo, mate. Yeah, we're having him. We're going to show bang record transfer fee in the Premier League. Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm Todd Boehly, mate. I can do what I want. Yeah, and he's coming with that attitude. That's how it looks from an outsider. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he was picking he was picking what players he wants. There's no way Potter wanted all these players, bro. I don't care what anyone tells me. Potter didn't even probably know about half of these players.
Guns is true because in summer he had no input whatsoever. So technically, half of the 600 million signings of these signings he had no idea about.
But do you think he wanted Badiashile? Do you think he wanted him? Do you think he wanted Mudryk? Do you think he wanted Enzo? Do you think he wanted?
Badiashile, I know for a big fact that's been a long-standing target for the club for several seasons.
Exactly, for the club.
Yeah. So in terms of whether he wanted him, I think he looked at the data that was put in front of him from the previous scouting and we said, look, we know about this player. He's a top quality from the old scouts. Are you willing to work with him? And he probably just said yes.
Back to getting on a bit.
He probably said yes because the work and the groundwork had.
That one actually makes more sense than some of the others. Do you think he wanted Mudryk?
Mudryk is another one. Like I think that one is more of the recruitment team. I think that's Christopher Vival and Paul Winstanley. Let
me ask you a question. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Is Graham Potter head coach or is he manager?
He's head coach, clearly. Blatantly
right, because there's this thing, right? And the reason I asked that is because there's this thing in football within football fans that if he's a head coach, you don't get a say in any transfers. I think that's rubbish.
It's not true.
You will get a say, right? Where if you're the manager, like Arteta got promoted to manager from head coach, yeah. And the way they dressed it up is so he could have more activity in the transfers that we're bringing in. So basically, what they're saying is Arteta gets more of a say on who he got a say anyway.
Yeah.
Look at and I think. That title of head coach is very easy to say, well, it's not him picking the players and it dismisses all like accountability from the manager. The problem you have is when you've got a billionaire that's coming in flexing on other billionaires, I can have him. Oh, I will have him. Record transfer fee, what? Yeah, cool, we'll drop that. We'll fly our whole team out and bully him. Great, fantastic. But then he's changed the whole upstairs. Yeah?
Yeah, he's gutted the whole club.
He's gutted everyone out. Right. Not only that, he's then stepped down from a role to just be owner. So it was like, so you were getting too involved. The guy likes the power trip, bro. Yeah, he likes the buzz, the power trip. I'm not going to say I'm adamant because I'm not privy to what goes on in Chelsea and all of that. Yeah, but I would not be surprised one bit if he's sitting there like the Aubameyang. Terry put a thing up saying that the hierarchy said that Aubameyang shouldn't be involved in the Champions Leagues and all of this. Yeah, and he shouldn't be involved in squads. So the board are picking all of that. I would not be surprised one bit if the board are telling him, you're playing this player at the weekend, you're playing that player at the weekend, you're doing this at the weekend. And then if he's sat upstairs and it's all going a little bit wrong, sending a text down to one of the coaches, yo, Todd's just text, yeah, put Mace up front. Yeah, put Mason up front. Yo, bring this guy on, put him there. Because it's almost like why don't you just give him the manager's job? Why don't he just become manager? And then Potter's coming out in interviews after the game and the journos are saying to him, yeah, and I was surprised how many Chelsea fans stayed till the end. Yeah, that stadium would normally be empty at that point on the run. Any stadium would be, yeah. Your fans stayed to the end for a single reason, to boo.
They battered him after the game.
And then they asked Potter, and they said, yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans are saying you're the worst manager ever in their history. And he sat there and went, they're entitled to their opinion. Bro, that's a man that couldn't care less. That is a man that is broken. Mm-hmm. That is a man that is just sitting there on 12 mil a year going, well, I'm not leaving. There's no contract cut off. Like, they have to pay me all of the remainder of the contract.
We're going to talk about that too. Let me just get to the super chat first. In fact, we'll talk about that straight after the super chat. All the way from the Rat Army, Lee sent me. That's from Marcus Shallow. Big up yourself. Big up all the rats in the chat. Big up everybody that is
Big up everyone in the chat.
Yeah, smash up them likes as well, man. We're having some honest conversations with some context where you don't see everywhere. You get me? I've had my emotional rants. You lot have seen me shouting and screaming, I want this guy out of my club. That's done now, yeah? Right now, we're going to have a good conversation. Now, the situation with Graham Potter, Matt Law actually released it the other day in an article while I was live. I believe it was with Nini I was live. But it said that usually clubs have a termination
clause.
Termination clause if a manager falls below a certain win percentage. So they're not confirming that it's there, but it's just saying usually a club has that and for fans to use their brain. So that's what they're saying.
Yeah, they're dropping
so,
their little steed and then the fans grow it into a tree.
But watch this. But hold on. But watch this. But even, let's say hypothetically, right? We have that termination clause. I guarantee you there's still compensation that he has to be paid either at bare minimum what's left of
For the
this
rest
season.
of the season or something, yeah.
Or potentially even the following season as well. So let's say in best case scenario, it is just one season. That's 12 million that's got to be paid. Yeah, on top of, remember as well, they have to also pay compensation as for firing early. So there's going to be a smaller fee. It won't be the full.
That's the backroom staff that he brought.
Right, that was my point. That's my point. So the entire backroom staff, remember, he bought his own guy for recruitment. He bought his assistant manager, obviously. He bought his own specialist coaches and his fitness coaches as well. We're still talking probably close to a good, I don't know. Probably
30 mil.
That's what I'm saying, 30 M's. We're not getting Champions League. Right, for one season. We're not getting Champions League. We're not getting Europa League. We're definitely not getting Conference League. Yeah, we better not get Conference League. Yeah, so that's going to be a problem for FFP, because with compensation, the problem is more times out of 10, you've got to pay the majority of that up front, unless it's but I'm saying, like, unless it's like a 5-year sort of thing where you got to pay 60, then you can amortize that over each year with the contract. But like, if you're gonna sack him for this year, everything else you're gonna have to pay at that same time potentially. That's the thing.
Yeah. If you sacked him now, you'd have to pay him every penny for the remainder of the season. Let's say, yeah, right. If that was in the contract. So if he got sacked in September, let's say he's got the job in July, signs a 5-year contract, but there's a get out clause. Yeah, you'd have to pay him for the year, but it wouldn't be a lump sum. It'd be his normal monthly wages.
Okay, yeah.
Because people believe that players get paid weekly and managers get weekly. They don't. It's monthly. Yeah. So they'll get paid at the end of every month, beginning of the new month, middle of the month, whenever it is. So every month he'd have that money guaranteed going into his bank. What they would normally do as well, which is what Pochettino had, is you can't manage another club. I think Jose had this as well. You can't manage another football club. Otherwise, you sacrifice all of the compensation that we've paid you by sacking you early, which is why Poch didn't get a job for so long, because he wanted all that money from Tottenham.
Yeah.
Because if he goes and gets another job, we're not paying you all that compensation, because now you're going and continuing to earn anyway.
It was the same with Mourinho as well.
Yeah, Jose had it as well.
And Conte.
So, but if they haven't got that in the contract, they owe him 48 million plus the rest of this season, just him. So let's say that's what, another 4 million. They owe him 52 million if they sack him, which they'll put over 4 years anyway. 4.5 years or 4 and a bit years. But now if the staff go, they've got to do the same with them. Yeah, this is going to cost about 70 mil to sack him.
I mean, that's worst case. I think that's worst case scenario. But then we've also got to think the manager that comes in as well, he's going to get a sign-on fee. His staff's going to have to get paid.
And if he's already at another club, he'll have to buy him out the contract.
He'll have to pay compensation, i.e. Hansi Flick with Germany. This is what I've been saying for weeks now, Lee. Yeah, when I saw him at that first game, I said, I'm not going off any source that I have seen, but that man is not there for no reason. Everyone's saying he's there to watch Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, whether he starts or not at Germany, is a staple point.
Hansi Flick's got to be, what, 70?
No. Hansi's young. Hansi's young. You're thinking of the other one.
I was thinking about Jupp Heynckes.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's who you was thinking
of.
Sorry. Yo, that geezer was stone cold, bruv. He just came, he saw, he conquered, he bounced.
He did. He won the treble and left.
And left. He said, "Nah, I'm done. I completed the game. Game over. I'm not doing this again." Yeah.
Because he knows the game at Bayern, bro. He knows you stay another season, you got to win the Champions League now.
Bro.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're sacked. Doesn't matter if you win the treble again. He was like, I've won 3, see you later.
He done it like an absolute bad man. And you see what I loved about Heynckes, bro? He never said nothing. That guy was stone cold, bro. In interviews, he'd just say what he needed to say and he was out. He took his treble.
But he'd already done it before, though. He'd managed them before, innit?
Did he?
Yeah, Heynckes has managed him before.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, there you go. You learned something new.
Yeah, he'd managed him before, I think. I think he won the league with them before. I may be wrong. The chat, no, I can't see the chat anyway. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he managed them before. I'm sure he did.
Joey thinks that the money isn't stopping Todd from sacking him.
No, he doesn't know what direction. Listen, the guy's got money, yeah. Like, we know that, and we know that he can spend a massive amount of that money because it was in the contract that Roman put in, apparently, yeah, right. And he hasn't done the 750 million yet. He's only done 600, so he can sack him, yeah, because that would be part, I'd imagine, of the 750 mil spend, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he ain't got a clue where to go from here, because the reason he's holding back so long, in my opinion, he sacked Tuchel, bro. The fans idolise Tuchel. He sacked him. New manager, youth project. Let's do what Arsenal did. Yeah, let's go down that route. So now if he sacks him, it's in tatters. You'll never believe anything the guy says ever again. Because now that's his man. He sacked a man that won 3 trophies in 18 months, got you to 6 finals out of 7 available, won 3 of them. The one with the big ears as well. Let's be real. Come on, big one. Right? You sack him. You go and get Graham Potter in. Man's getting a fresh skin fade, chopping up his beard, Gucci suits, looking all fresh. Now the guy looks homeless again. I've shaved this off. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow or Friday, bro. I don't want any association with Graham Potter right now. But yeah, like, real talk. But if he sacks him, the first project that manager, that owner has put in place for your football club is have to admit defeat on it. He ain't going to do that because it now shows you can't trust him as an owner. But if he keeps him, how far does it go before he has to admit defeat? Because, bro, you're on relegation form. 5 goals since November.
You see the one where I do agree with you usually is there's one saving grace, but then this depends on also how the fans are going to see this. It's obviously subjective. If Todd Boehly at this point came out and sacked him, yes, it would look bad. But if he said, listen, my bad, I came in, I was rash, I made that decision, fresh off baseball, I'm going to let the rest of these recruitment guys take care of it from now on.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved.
Yep, and I'm not getting involved. Perhaps you can see it as, all right, then cool. But he has to act now. And if if this recruitment bringing like a Hansi Flick or a proven winner into this team to just change the mentality immediately, bruv. Because that's my thing, is what you're seeing, the mentality looks poor. It looks dog shit poor, bro. It looked disinterested. The one on game day for me, like you said, is more concerning because I still stand by the open training thing is open training, innit? And even if they were on any kind of form, I'd still be saying the same thing. It's not really anything to watch in a bigger scale of things.
Do you think he's actually spoken to other managers? Because Luis Enrique's available, yeah? Right? But Hansi Flick, cool. There's the German side of it. You've got Kai Havertz. He could talk to Kai Havertz and ask what's going on.
I think it's Hansi.
Right. If you're going down the Luis Enrique angle, well, you've got Azpilicueta that he's probably got his phone number. And he's probably saying, yo, Aspi, tell me what's the crack because Chelsea have approached me. And he's probably going, yo, bro, you don't want to get anywhere near this football club right now. Right. You know, Pochettino apparently has rejected it. You know, I don't know how true that is, but it's rejected as it stands. Bro, maybe all these people know each other. All their agents are the same, or hang around with each other, or they've all got phone numbers for footballers at clubs because of the connection with international, same countries and stuff like that. Bro, they might have been approaching managers, and the managers might be sitting there phoning up some of your players saying, "Yo, fill me in on Chelsea right now. You obviously play for them. Tell me." Yeah, you don't want to come here, mate. It's an absolute mess. Like, you know what I'm saying? But true, this might happen, bro.
Yeah.
I'll give an example. If you run a company and you've just taken over a company, and one of my best, and no, let's say you're my best friend, and you're working for a company that have just approached me, yeah. But I can see that company's gone from being an elite company down to a mediocre company real quick, and you're working there, and you've been there when it was elite, and you're still there when it's mediocre, and they approach me to run it. I'm phoning you straight away, bro.
And asking about the reference. That's what everyone does.
Exactly. So if Luis Enrique's been approached, let's say, bro, trust me, he's going to be on the phone to Azpilicueta.
I ain't even going to front
Yeah,
you.
if Hansi Flick's been involved, he's straight on the phone to Kai Havertz.
I'm not even going to front to you, fam. Luis Enrique, not for me. Not for me. Hansi Flick is my guy, bro.
Luis Enrique, I don't particularly rate that highly either.
I
know he did bits of Barca, bro, but that Spanish team in the World Cup was a shambles.
And watch this, yeah? Everyone in here knows that's been subscribed to me long enough. that before Potter came in, when people asked me, who would you replace Tuchel with? I said Hansi Flick. I said, that's my guy. So this is not just jumping on the hype. I've been on this guy's case, and I can give you very good footballing reasons as to why. Hansi Flick has walked into a situation, not quite as chaos as this, but still, by Bayern standards, it was chaos after Niko Kovac. It was an absolute shit show. The players hated him. The board didn't like him. There was disarray at the club. Players wanted out, and they eventually sacked him. Hansi Flick came in, and look what he did. Look what he did. Few tweaks around, goes around. The man management was just on the next level. Some of the players were saying that Hansi walked in and he asked every single one of us, where do we prefer to play, and where do you think you can do a job in a secondary position? Very simple. And then from there, they respected him. He spoke his ambitions, and he said what he expects from them, and he said how he's going to get there, and they trusted him, and they won everything as a result. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I would pick this manager, because he has been in a situation where a big club has been in turmoil and he's turned around and fixed it. Now, some might say Bundesliga tax, whatever, but he still won the Champions League, and he was clearing teams in that Champions League. Yeah, let's not talk about Barca. Let's not talk about what they done to us as well at the bridge against Lampard. Bro, they was on smoke. So why wouldn't I want this guy?
PSG in the final as well.
That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't I want this guy? Yeah. Germany, if they ask for a compensation, they're not going to ask for anything more than 20 million euros. And I think and this is the thing, people think the owners won't pay that. I think
maybe he's even got a clause in the contract that says if a big European team come in for me, I can leave anyway. Maybe that's in his contract. Who knows? That's the thing. Contracts are weird, bro. Like, he could have signed for Germany because there was no team in for him, but he might have had his agent put it in the contract that if a team, in the Premier League, or Spain or anywhere come in for him of a certain level, he might be able to leave for free.
Facts.
Yeah, and let's be real, international football is not exactly a day-to-day job, is it?
All right, I've got to read this comment out. CJ Pangua says, Steve versus Johnny Minerals next to some Thai restaurant. Match-going fans, please record everything. Yeah, you see what happens, people, when you run your mouth too much and you start talking personal things on people. And that's where I'm going to leave it, innit? Yeah, very simple. You speak to people with respect, you get respect back. You disrespect people, this is what life will hand to you on a plate, yeah? Best of luck to the both of them. There's no hate from me over here. I've moved on from the situation. I just hope he wises up, does what he does, because Johnny, honestly, is box office. Regardless of whether you like him or not, he is box office. So,
yeah, I did a show with him last week, man. It was a good show. Yeah. I see all of this stuff falling out, man. It's like prime AFTV.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And at this point, I don't even want to continue this fake beef.
I'll tell you one thing, yeah. Listen, I get on with most people, yeah. Right. And I know some of you Chelsea boys don't get on with it. I was cool with him when I went on the show. Yeah, he ain't done nothing to me. I couldn't care less whether you lot are all arguing, yeah. Right, it ain't my football club. But one thing I will say, yeah, if it does all kick off, yeah, it'd be more entertaining than watching your football club right now.
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%. Yeah. No, because listen. For me, I just don't want to be a part of all of that. Yeah, I didn't come in this thing to beef and to get views and subscribers through drama and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really involved. I'm here to talk football. You get me? With respectful people such as yourself, bruv. You get me? Me and you, we got a mutual respect, bro. We're real with each other. That's why we get along, and that's what I want for us. And that's the only people that I want to be dealing with. Yeah, that's why you can't talk no nonsense about Lee Gunner on my platform. I let you know that. Very simple, yeah? Even Egal as well. What you said about guns is unacceptable, mate, 100%, yeah? I don't have a problem with you, but you can't come on the platform and talk about my guy like that. There's no way. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, we're going to move on. Let's get back into the football. Let's talk about Arsenal and Manchester United, yeah? And Man City. We'll throw Man City into it as well. You guys obviously got the comeback win against Unai Emery. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Good evening.
Yeah, I was doing all of that on the timeline and talking shit when I thought that Aston Villa were going to beat you lot. Yeah, I was doing the absolute most.
You should have known better, man. We got Jorginho, bro. We've always rated him, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Out of all the players, man, it had to be him, innit?
Yeah, bro. Do you know what? I just laughed. I owned my loss so hard. I owned it all over the Twitter time. I just said, listen, Jorginho. I couldn't even cuss him out. I just said, you know what? Fair play, bro. Because
Do you know what though? Like real talk, he was crap before that. Like I've seen people saying, "Oh yeah, your apologies must be as loud as your disrespect." Shut up, he's gash. I can't stand him. Yeah, can't stand him. And his shot was off target anyway, so stop hyping. Like, do you know what I mean? Biff hit the bar, bro. That's off target. But to be fair, yeah, I will say this, right? Without the ball, he's rubbish. Yeah, with the ball, his passing's pretty good, man. I can't lie. Yeah, but it's without the ball I'm worried about. Bro, he won nothing. Literally nothing without the ball. He was getting run past. He was getting bullied. He's got the turning circle of the Titanic. Yeah, but the ball, his forward passes, decent. Yeah, decent. Yeah, and somebody actually put in my live stream, my watch along, 20 minutes before he did that, saying Jorginho winner, long shot. Yeah, I was like, you're smoking, bro. You're smoking. Yeah, I was like, how are you even predicting that? Yeah, mate, obviously you just guessed, but I was like, nah, man. But do you know what that win did? Yeah, especially when Martinelli then went and scored the fourth, yeah? Bro, that is a mad confidence boost. Yeah, because that was 93rd minute Jorginho took that shot.
Yep.
And I was sitting there thinking, with me and Oliver sat there, we were like, well, that's 2 points dropped. What a shit performance. We've been crap. We don't deserve to win. Yeah, they could have won it. They've had chances. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I was like, it's gone in. Yeah, I had to see the replay to see what happened. Emi Martinez, bro, out of all the players, man, it hits Emi Martinez as he's turning around. He nods it in. Bro,
Jammy
you couldn't
bastard.
make it up.
Jammy
you could write a
bastard.
film and not have a better
I'm telling
ending to
you,
it.
Jammy bastard. And it was the way it happened as well. And I just knew like the entire Twitter was just going to be, Arsenal was going to be shameless and own it. Listen, it was a quality strike. I've got to give him that. But still, everyone's like, oh, we're saying about Jorginho now. Yeah, we're saying about Jorginho now.
This is social media, bro. Two 5 out of 10 performances, and all of a sudden he's the best
Bro,
thing since sliced bread. Like,
bro,
it's pathetic.
I'm telling everybody, do you think because of that screamer that I never saw him do at Chelsea Football Club once in his career that I'm going to wish that he's coming back? Never. I don't want him. Let him stay at Arsenal. I couldn't give a shit. I'm happy that he's gone.
Bro, he will cost Arsenal more points than he'll win us.
This is what you understand it. Yeah, people that see this guy on the pitch, it's like you said, bruv, yeah? What was he doing before that? How easy were they getting through your midfield? That should be your question. Were they penetrating your midfield? Were they getting through your midfield?
Bro, they were running all over us for 70 minutes, yeah? And then Arteta finally put Zinchenko in midfield because he was everywhere but left back. Yeah, we went free at the back. He was, bro, this guy is mad overhyped, yeah? I rate him as a footballer. I think he's a very technically gifted footballer, yeah?
Yeah.
But, bro, Arteta's telling him, get inverted, be inverted, be inverted. Bro, one point he was on the right wing. One point he was playing right centre-back. Yeah, and I'm like, mate, you're everywhere but left back. Yeah, so in the end, after 70 minutes, 68, 70 minutes, Arteta put him in midfield and we went free at the back. After that, we bossed the game. Yeah, they had a break with Leon Bailey. Yeah, what a save from Ramsdale, man. If that goes in, they win the game.
Game over,
we ain't coming back from that. Yeah, we wouldn't have come back from that. Yeah, but Martinelli also changed the game. You've got to give props to Arteta for his subs because normally his subs fuck us up. Yeah, I can't lie. Like, and his subs are getting very, very boring. I can't lie. But Martinelli did his bits when he came on, man. Yeah, he set up that Jorginho shot and then he scored the fourth. Yeah, so fair play. But when we play this inverted, yeah, it's great when you're playing against a team you can dominate and press them back and press them back. That's more suited for a home game. Yeah, with an inverted fullback. When you're going away, mate, he's out of position all the time. Yeah, and I know he's been told to do that. Yeah, and his short passing is quality. Yeah, Zinchenko. Yeah, and he scored his first goal ever in the Premier League. Like madness.
It was a good finish, yeah. It was a good finish.
Great
well,
finish.
Outside the box.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, when you're going to an away game, like you can't keep going with this inverted fullback, man. It's not going to work every game. It's been working so far this season. We're still up there. We're top, right? But, bro, we're going to come up against Leicester at the weekend away. If we go inverted, bro, they've got some bad boys on the counter. Like they've got Madison who can score from anywhere. They've got Harvey Barnes that can do something. Like they've got
listen, Guns,
Iosi Perez chips in with goals. They've got Iniacho.
I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Yeah, I gotta stop you there. You called out James Maddison from a long time. Yeah.
What do I know? I got no ball knowledge, bro.
I even saw this guy at Coventry when he was younger, and I took no notice of him whatsoever. Yeah. But this guy, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm convinced because all this talk, when you were saying this is a player that could, I wasn't convinced. But bro, now I've seen the
Bro, he walks into
consistency.
both of our teams.
Now I see the consistency here. He's about that life.
And the thing is, if you look at it, like if you look at him, it's not even about his goals and assists, yeah, because people want to use stats all the time, yeah. Right? If you actually just watch him on a football pitch, bro, at any moment he can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's not many players in that position in the Premier League that can do that. Yeah, Martin Odegaard missed an absolute sitter. Yeah, on his left foot, 8 yards out.
Should have scored that. Yeah. Definitely should have scored that.
Yeah, and at that point, me and Ola are sitting there thinking, boy, that's the moment gone then, because that's our chance gone. Like Eddie robbed the defender. Great bit of play from Eddie, robbed the defender. Nice pass, weighted pass, perfect. Didn't take a bobble. It's like you just took your eye off it. What are you doing, mate? And big players have step up in big moments of football matches. We see that last night with Benzema and Vinny Jr. and that.
Yeah,
like we see big players step up in big moments. Yeah, right. Fair play to Jorginho. Yeah, because he's played in big football matches. Yeah, and he has scored some big goals in big football matches. So you got to rate that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and normally he probably wouldn't even shoot. Like, when have you ever seen him shoot from that distance and hit the target? Well, Never. He didn't hit the target, but hit the bar or have a shot. Very, very rarely. But he's a big player who stepped up in a big moment. And he's a big player in winning teams, yeah? I don't rate him, but he's got that, do you know what? We're running out of time here. 93rd minute, fuck it, I'm having a shot. Yeah, whereas if that was other players like Odegaard ain't shooting from there. No way in a million years he's shooting from there. Yeah, it'd take a touch, it'd come back inside and it'd whip it to the back stick and it'd go out for a goal kick. Yeah, and it's like big players step up in big moments, bro. Yeah, and as much as I don't like Jorginho, he stepped up.
He did.
Yeah, whether he does that going forward
remains
to be seen because he is an absolute liability without the ball. Yeah, it probably doesn't help that he's got Xhaka and Odegaard around him because that's probably the weakest three in midfield I've seen in the Premier League. Like, you know, Wolves have genuinely got a better three, like physicality-wise, than them three.
Better than us as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But this is the thing, yeah. Big moments, big players step up, and he's done it in big moments, big matches, Champions League, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's done it. I know he's missed some penalties before, like in Euros and stuff like that, and World Cup qualifiers and that. But in that moment, we needed somebody to step up, and there was no one that looked like they were going to step up, bro. So he did it. But the thing with me is like playing this inverted fullback, bro. It isolates that position. So then you have Gabriel coming over to play left back. Then you have Saliba funneling over. Then you have Ben White as centre back. Well, we see how that went last season. Yeah, then you've got to hope that Saka's tracking back and playing right back. All of a sudden, the amount of turnovers of the ball in that game where we were 3-on-3, yeah, and Zinchenko's gallivanting up there at number 10 position. I'm like, and he was just jogging back at one point. And I said to Ola, I said, just watch him. Yeah, just watch him. Yeah, he's just jogging around like, oh yeah, this is fun. Just a little run around on the Villa Park pitch. Then it's like they're on a counter and he's just jogging. Yeah, he's a good player, Zinchenko, but bro, games like that, I want Tierney at left back. We see last night, yeah, a proper manager with proper players, right? He didn't play inverted fullbacks. He plays fullbacks that get down the wing and cross the ball. Yeah, Ancelotti don't do none of this inverted modern day crap that these little fangirls lap up. Oh, he's such a good manager because he plays an inverted fullback. Shut up, man. Yeah, give me 11 Kieran Tierneys any day of the week.
Yeah, facts. Nah.
Yeah, like listen, we're top of the table, so I ain't gonna cry about it. But like, at the end of the day, if we do not win the league, it will be because of that, in my opinion. Yeah, not because Thomas Partey's out, not because Jesus has been out. It'll be because of that and because Eddie Nketiah can't finish his dinner. Yeah. And you can come back and say, well, yeah, but Jesus has scored 5 goals this season. Yeah, Jesus is not prolific.
And he's been injured for a lot of it as well.
He's not prolific. So when Jesus comes back, is he going to go on a goal-scoring run like Rashford? No, he's not. He's not that type of player. But what Jesus will do is give us a little bit different and panic players a little bit more to open up spaces for Saka, Martinelli or Trossard. Yeah, but Eddie ain't going to do that. And the longer Jesus is out, yeah, cool, it is a problem because Eddie can't score. But Jesus ain't going to come in and bag 10 goals between now and the end of the season. It ain't going to happen, bro. Yeah, but he will give us something that might help us bag 10 goals out somewhere else. Yeah, another player maybe, or spread between 3 more. But at the same time, we've got to find a way, man, especially away from home. Home, cool. Play Zinchenko, maybe even put Zinchenko in midfield and play Tierney left back. Yeah, and then just sacrifice a fucking striker, drop Eddie. Yeah, and then just tell Trossard or Saka, yeah, as soon as we got the ball in midfield, one of you run into number 9 position. Yeah, and then we can funnel over that side with something else. Because, bro, every time Zinchenko plays, yeah, the left forward's isolated every time, and the left back position's empty. Yeah, Martinelli don't get no service, he don't get an overlap. Trossard played at the weekend, no service, no overlap. Down the other side, Ben White, I thought was fucking brilliant at times in that game. Yeah, I thought he was absolutely class. He was whipping balls in, he was overlapping. For me, he was man of the match, Ben White. Yeah, he was getting around Saka, he was putting balls literally on a fucking sixpence for Eddie, bro, and he's spooning them off the bar. Like, what are you doing?
Shocking finishing, innit? Shocking
bro, he's
finishing.
Shit. Yeah, but the only reason he's got a gig at Arsenal is because he scored 5 goals that took us from 4th to 5th. And everyone got, oh, yes, let's give him a new contract. Bro, he was leaving for free. His contract expired. But because our fans got giddy, he signed a new deal.
Yeah, and took the
100 grand a week. And now they're sitting there saying, but he's a backup striker. How many backup strikers get paid 100 grand a week and nick the King's number?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly. I wanted to ask, well, I'll get some super chats in, but I wanted to ask about Man United and Man City as well in this title race. But Chike, thank you for the super chat. Pep should be sacked if United win the title, Guni. We're going to talk about that in a second, but thanks for the super chat again. Alhambra says, Chelsea fans are embarrassing. As a season ticket holder, I can tell you it's a Chinese restaurant, not even Thai. Don't even have 2 GCSEs between them. Thank you for the super chat, Alhambra. I'm just going to see what some of the peoples in the chat are saying as well. I'm not just going to read the super chats out only, as much as we do appreciate them. Chimera says El Neni is better than Jorginho. Helm Patel says Potter out. He does not have enough experience in managing top teams and the caliber of players that Chelsea have. He may in 3-4 years, but definitely not the best choice for Chelsea. The Benjamin says Nketiah in the room. Your defense is in trouble when Nketiah's in the room. Hey, them tunes there. But do you know what? I can't even banter. We're not even in no title race. We're closer to relegation than anywhere close to being to any kind of title. So we're going to talk about that. Arsenal obviously sitting at the top of the table. Manchester City fumbling it again against Nottingham Forest. Erling Haaland missed an absolute sitter. Phil Foden just looking like Bambi on ice in the box. All kinds of mad things just going on. Yeah. Although I feel for me, in the context of things, I still think City can pull it back. But just based on what I've seen from them this season, it's actually surprising to say this. But you see Man United, bro, this run that they're going on and this manager that they got, he seems to have got it spot on. And I said, remember, Guns, I said on your stream, you see that Casemiro signing to Manchester United, it's a game changer. Now look at them.
Remember when everyone was saying it's too much money?
Now look at them. Guni, you're always talking about number 6 DMs. Do you know there's other positions on the pitch? I'm tired of hearing about midfield. Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. When he was on the market, I tweeted immediately, Todd Boehly, break whatever bank you have got to go and get this guy. Do not let him go nowhere. I got bantered for that. He's coming for a retirement. He's done. Why would Real Madrid sell him if he's still elite? He's just coming to get some money. United ain't doing nothing. This is the importance. But anyway, United are just going on winning runs. Marcus Rashford.
Bro, they might win the cup at the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. And if they win that, you already know, like we discussed, it's a confidence breeder. Yeah, they've got very winnable games left in this Premier League. And even against the top teams, I can't see some of them getting 3 points against United. So I say that to say this. Who are you more concerned about between Manchester City and Manchester United, since you are currently in the driving seat?
I'd say both, if I'm honest. Man City and Man City, bro. Our fixtures, if we get the Europa League draws done on Friday coming, if we get through that round, we got 7 games in April.
Yeah.
Like literally a game every 3 days. Yeah, and we've got some big games in April as well, like big games. Let me read these games out real quick to you, yeah? Right, these games in April. First one's on 9th of April. I think it's Liverpool away. Mm-hmm. Where are we? Isn't that one? Yeah, Liverpool away on the 9th. Then we'd have the first leg of the quarterfinal on the 13th. 16th, West Ham away. 4 days later, the 20th, second leg. 3 days later, Southampton at home. 3 days after that, City away. 3 days after that, Chelsea at home. So we'll have Liverpool, City, Chelsea, West Ham, Southampton, and a home and away leg in the Europa League if we get through the stage that we're going to get drawn for on Friday. Bro, that's right there, yeah, is our April. So we need to be clear, and I mean clear, by April, because that we ain't got the score for that.
Yeah, and your injury situation. What's going on with Thomas Partey? Have you got any news as to how long he's going to be out for? Or is he back in training? How's it looking?
He wasn't training yesterday. I've seen nothing today. Maybe the chat can help out, but I've not seen nothing today, bro. But bro, we can't rely on him. We need to go and buy someone else that can compete for his place. Yeah, like I'm not saying get rid of him because he's a top player, but you can't rely on him for a whole season, man. Like, which is why we should have gone and signed Caicedo. Yeah, because now instead of putting Jorginho in there, and it's great after the event, he hit the bar and we scored and won, cool. Yeah, well, if Caicedo had played, we might not have even been in that position. We might have been coasting anyway.
That's what I mean.
And he's a better footballer, yeah, and a better fit for Arsenal than Jorginho is. So, yeah, man, I'm worried about United. I can't lie. My dad texted me before we played Man City saying, keep an eye on United. I think they'll win the league. Yeah, and I just laughed. I was like, you're mad. But listen, if they win that cup at the weekend, mate, they're on a roll at the minute. I think they will win the cup as well. They're on a roll. And they ain't crying about a game every 3 days. They ain't throwing cup competitions in the bin. They're in every cup. Yeah, and their squad's not much bigger than ours. Like, they're just on a roll, man, and confidence. They just want to play the next game, play the next game. They were crap against Leicester for half the game. But that second half, they were oozing, man. They were flying.
Listen,
like that Sancho goal, man. The move for that Sancho goal was a joke.
That manager Ten Hag has not only gone in there and is getting results, he's galvanized players that were in the shadow realm, bro. Yeah, Jadon Sancho. Wan-Bissaka was in the depths of the shadow realm. He was having tea with Skeletor and them, man. He was so far gone. Yeah? Now he's risen out of the ashes like some kind of phoenix and he's balling. And do you know the criticism I had about this guy? Because his one-on-one defending I never had a problem with. To me, he's got elite potential at one-on-one defending. It was going forward that was the issue. Now, it seems like he can actually put a cross in and make correct decisions. And all of this is just through coaching. And Benny,
did you see that bit I played that him and Sancho were doing, where they were just Olé,
yeah,
Olé,
bro, they were
Olé.
that.
Mate, it was mad.
This is what I'm
Sancho
saying.
Back and firing. His goal was quality. Yeah, and Luke Shaw's playing great. Like Casemiro's a game changer, though, bro. That guy has totally changed the dynamic of that team. Yeah, just one player, boom, stick him in. You can see the quality he's got. Yeah, and the reading of the game, but he's also got the mindset of a winner. Yeah, and it's like, no, we're going to win this game.
Now, if I told you this, bear with me and bear everything that I've said to you about this position. If I said to you, if we stuck Romeo Lavia in this midfield or Declan Rice in this midfield, we wouldn't be having these conversations right now. I can tell you for a fact that we would be doing a lot better than we are now. That position is now the most important position in Premier League football. Yeah, if you do not have that, you're completely at a disadvantage. And Chelsea haven't had a natural one available to them for so long. This is why I've been banging on about this summer. What did I say? The summer's a fail if we don't sign a CDM. What did I say? January will be a fail if we don't sign a CDM. Yes, we sign quality players, but I said I can't rate it an 11 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 without the CDM because it's key. Here we are. Yeah. But yeah, Ten Hag, a manager that knows what he wants and knows about football, went in there and identified that almost immediately. And now things have changed. But honestly, I can see them. I'm going to look at what games that they've got coming up. Because at this stage, I don't see them losing to anybody. And that's worrying. So they've got... Hold on. Fixtures, Man United. So United have got Brentford next. Then they've got Liverpool away. And then they've got Southampton at home. Then they've got Brighton away. Then they've got Newcastle away. Then they've got Everton at home, Nottingham Forest away, us at home. So I haven't read a single team that I think is going to beat them.
Yeah, they're all winnable games, man. All winnable games.
I haven't read. This is the problem. And
they'll have the cup wrapped up by the weekend, win or lose. Yeah, they've got Barcelona tomorrow, so they'll know if they're in the draw for the next round. Yeah, and it's like, obviously, if they are in the next round, then them games come next month. So they'll be sandwiched in between some of them. Bro, they could win the league. I'm being serious.
That's
but a
what
lot
I'm
of Man
saying.
United fans won't admit it, man. They won't admit it.
Look at this.
Because if they don't, it's like, remember, oh, yeah, they're in a title race and they lost. Yeah, to us. Oh, your title race lasted 3 days. Like, a lot of Man United fans are just more interested about being bantered online by saying they're in a title race and it's not happening. Do you know, this is how the world's working these days, bro. Yeah, no, if you say something, especially if you put your face on camera, then you can't change the face and the audio. This is my voice. Yeah, and people will sit on the fence and sit on the fence and sit on the fence. Yeah, I ain't sitting on the fence. I still think Arsenal will win the league. I said that. I was just fuming. Yeah, fuming the way we played in them games. Yeah, and I got sucked in and I shouldn't have done. But if we don't win the league, everything I said in that game after City and the game at Brentford and Everton stands. Yeah, bottled. Yeah. Bottled it, bro. Yeah, because listen, let's be real. We should beat Everton at home. Yeah, if we can't beat Everton at home, we don't deserve to win the title anyway.
Facts. Guns, how much time do you have left? I don't want to keep you too long in case you don't have much time. But I wanted to touch on one more subject before you.
Yeah, carry on, man.
Yeah, we can be good. I wanted to listen. My club's been bantered enough. I'm tired of it. Do you know what I mean? I've even got the England shirt on just to take a little break. Do you know what I mean? Although I want Gareth Southgate out of my national club as well. That's a story for another day. I want to talk about what happened yesterday. Yeah, Liverpool versus Real Madrid at Anfield. Apparently the 12th man. Apparently different beast FC, different beast season under those European lights. Yeah, so much European heritage. Real Madrid turned up there.
They're all talking about getting revenge and all of that. Do you know what I mean?
There was talks of 2-0 up against Real Madrid. Yeah, European nights. We're winning the Champions League. Oh, how the tables turned. I don't know if both goalkeepers went on a pub crawl before they started this game, but they were both drunk at some stages in the game. Obviously, Thibaut Courtois with an absolute howler. And then with one followed by Alisson.
Maybe Lloris took him to the pub.
Yeah, that's it.
But bro, this is the history of Real Madrid, man. How many times were they 2-0 down in the Champions League last season? Yeah, how many times? And Man City, they were losing by 2 goals. I think they might have been losing by 3 at one point to City. Yeah, they were losing pretty much every single English team they played, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they beat PSG along the way. They beat Liverpool. They beat Chelsea. They beat Man City. Yeah, Jamie Carragher sitting there saying, it was the luckiest Champions League win ever. Really? They beat 3 top teams, the top 3 teams in England last season. They beat them on the way to winning the Champions League. They beat the best team in France. How's it lucky? Proper manager. None of this modern day manager crap. Proper manager. Yeah, no inverted fullbacks. None of this tactico crap. Yeah, put the players out there. This is our competition. We're winning it. Even 2-0 down. Guess what? I said a minute ago, big players step up in big moments of big football matches.
Yeah.
And Vinny Jr. had no right to score that first goal, mate.
0 whatsoever.
Mate, I don't do this whole XG and all of that. That was probably a negative XG, bruv. It was impossible to score from there.
Let me tell you something.
It was just ridiculous. Yeah, Karim Benzema, the goal where he put the goalkeeper on his backside. Oh, my days, bro. And the funny thing is, I knew he was going to drop the shoulder and do it.
Different. There's so many things that, bro, this is why I love football, because when it's played properly, it's poetry in motion. Yeah. You see this Vinicius guy. First of all, let me not even start with the players. Because as soon as they went 2-0 down, I didn't even care about the celebrations. I said, put the camera on Carlo. I just want to see Carlo. All it was this.
The eyebrow. Yeah, the eyebrow up.
That's all it was. Yeah, the whole time. There was no words, fam.
He don't need to talk. He just raises that eyebrow and they hit the fucking next level.
That was it. And then straight away, boom, Vinicius. I haven't seen such clutchness like that since the World Cup final with what Mbappe.
Yeah, I said that to my mate last night. I said that was the best game of football I've watched since the final. Single-handedly.
Yeah, absolutely just, bruv, the finish, the way, because when you look, what he done, not just the finish, is that he used that defender, and it's such basic things, as a shield because the reason Alisson didn't get to that is because he saw that late. And Vinny timed that shot purposely. Watch him. He looked at the defender where he was. He knew where the goalkeeper was. And he got it out of his feet quick. Bam. Bottom corner. What a finish, bro.
Yeah, it was mad. And do you know what was funny? Ancelotti, after the game, the commentator said to him, or the reporter said to him, what did you say at half time? He said there was no words at half time. I didn't need to speak. They knew what they had to do. Yeah, what a manager, bro. Can you imagine going in there, yeah? You're back to 2-2 at half time, nearly 3-2. Robertson made a mad clearance off the line. Yeah, from Rodrigo. Yeah, but he got in there, 2-2 at half time. Yeah, and it's just pure silence. Like, everyone's just sat there.
Library.
Like, library for 15 minutes. Bro, it was like a morgue. Yeah, and then they come back out, mate. Bang, Militao header, shocking defending.
Defending. And it was straight from the training ground.
And then the fifth goal, bro, that game was jokes. They scored, I think, all 5 of their goals in a 40-minute period. I've never seen, I've seen Real Madrid for years and years and years and years. I've never seen Liverpool get taken apart like that. Yeah, in Europe, ever.
Can we talk about Luka Modric as well? Fuck.
Bro, that guy's the same age as Wayne Rooney. It's the same age as Rooney, bro. Rooney ain't playing. Modric is still pulling the strings.
Bro, this guy, you know when there's no words to even say about a football player. This guy, Luka Modric, is different. He's so different. He's just, at that age, he was still controlling that midfield. You see him, wasn't it him for one of the goals that initiated the counter-attack, was still strong on the ball, holding off his man, and he played the through ball.
Bro, do you know who else was sick in that game? Camavinga. That guy is an absolute baller. Yeah, I said this on my stream a minute ago, yeah? He's like Cesc without the passing.
That's what he is.
He's got good passing, but he's Cesc without the passing. Like, he's always looking. Always, it's like wing mirrors and that. Always looking. But then he don't just stand and pass. He'll pass and he'll run into space and then he'll look. It gets, bro, you can't get the ball. He's so good, man.
He's a different player.
And then if he sees a bit of space, he'll drop the shoulder and he'll run into the space. He did that so many times last night. Yeah, top player, bro. And he must weigh about 6 stone.
Guess how much
He's
they paid
skinnier
for
than
him.
me.
Guess how much they paid for him. Guess.
I think it was about 40 mil, somebody said in my chat.
Nope, 25 million. That's how much they paid for him.
Bro, do you know how much their 11 last night cost? Less than 300 mil. That 11, Benzema was 35 mil.
That guy, that's
a joke.
One. There's nothing, listen, that's another one. There's nothing else that you can say about Benzi, because there's certain players where when I show my son every single bit of movement, body movement of how they strike the ball, positioning, how they receive the ball and touch. That finish, bro, on his left foot. And if you watch from the angle again, there was still 2 defenders that he had to put that through to finish.
Yeah, they're standing near the line, weren't they? The goalkeeper and one went that way as he dropped the shoulder. And there was 2 that he had to put that in. Yeah, most people in that position, after they've dropped the shoulder and gone past the keeper, would have levered that 100 mile an hour and probably smashed it off on the defenders, either ballooned it over the bar, or maybe the odd chance it goes in. But he just knew exactly full control of what he was doing, man. He knew before that ball even come to him what he was going to do. Yeah, he'd already looked, see the keeper coming out, thought, right, shoulder drop. You 2 will go that way, ta-ta. You can go back to the pub. Yeah, meet Larice. Yeah, and it was, bro, it's mad. It's mad. But can we now finally agree that can everyone agree that Van Dijk is actually finished? I've been a big admirer of Van Dijk. I think he's been a top player, yeah? That injury killed him, bro. He's never been the same since. And now he is totally washed.
He's finished, done out, bro. He's finished. And these geese are fucking Joe Gomez next to him as well. He had
mate, what is he? Is he even a footballer?
Absolute
he was the same guy that Minamino fucked up the other week in the last minute. Remember the one where he brought it out the air at Brighton? Brought it out the end. Bang. Same player, man.
Absolute stinker. He should never play for Liverpool again. And I feel sorry.
He's not even a Premier League level.
Yeah, he's done. Them injuries finished him, bro. And I felt sorry for the young kid. How do you say his name?
Basic. Yeah. He was pretty good. Yeah, he was half decent.
He's a decent player, but still, I was seeing on social, some of the fans were getting onto him, bruv. When to me...
Yeah, because it's easy to divert away from the other players that they fancy, isn't it?
When to me...
Yeah, they're not going to go and slag off Van Dijk, even though he conceded 5 goals. They're not going to slag off Alisson, but they'll slag off the young kid. Yeah. It's easier. It's a coping mechanism for him, man. That club, bro, it's mad. Yeah, they have been absolutely battered. And then their manager, after the game, said something about fucking, book the hotel or something. Or was that early in the season? I'll see if
No,
something
that was last season. It was book your tickets. We'll be there in the final.
Yeah, okay, mate. Good one. Yeah. It was in the group chat, wasn't it? Yeah, fucking Mickey Flanagan. Yeah, it's got Mickey Flanagan, it's got all the trophies. Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking funny, man. Funny, mate. Them fans, listen, I ain't got anything against Liverpool, or their fan base, but their fan base is so mouthy at times. Yeah, they are so mouthy. Bro, they have gone from nearly doing the quad last season, to absolutely capitulation. Yeah, that is probably a bigger capitulation than Chelsea this season because you finished third.
Yeah,
you finished third. You're now what, 9th or 10th? Bro, they nearly won everything last season.
Yeah.
They won 2 cups. They got to a Champions League final and missed out on the league by a point or 3 points or whatever it was. Yeah, literally. No, they missed out on the league on the last day of the season.
Last day of the season, yeah.
Yeah, Villa were 2-0 up against City, and City went bang, 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 3 goals in 9 minutes, won the league. Yeah, they literally could have won the quad, and now look at them. Yeah, they're finished. Bro, as soon as they brought Nacho on last night as well, we didn't see Mohamed Salah again. Yeah, that guy's 33 years old. Absolutely pocketed Salah as soon as he came on for Alaba. Yeah, decent, man. Decent. What a game to watch, though, for a neutral fan, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was just crazy.
It was. And for me, potential finalists, Napoli, they won 2-0 as well yesterday.
Oh, they won. That was away as well, wasn't
it? They did. It's too easy for them. Football's too easy for them, bruv. Yeah.
That'd be a cracking game, though.
It will.
Napoli against Real Madrid, wouldn't it?
I still think Real Madrid will win it again this year, bruv.
Madrid are favourites, man. All day long. You can't ever write Real Madrid out of this competition, mate. Yeah, last season, like I said, they were 2-0 down pretty much to every English team they played and come back and found a way.
We were the closest, bro. The closest, but close isn't fucking good enough, is it? But yeah, it's fair play to them. They won the final. Yeah, you see, look, they're bringing up the guy with the name over there at Napoli, Kvara, had an absolute, just smashed it yesterday, apparently.
He won't be at Napoli next season, that's for sure, mate.
He won't be. He
plays left wing, right?
Yeah. He is I was going
to say he might end up at fucking Real Madrid, but they got Vinicius, didn't they?
Yeah, they got Vinicius. They got Rodrigo as well. Rodrigo is another one. He's such a bad boy, but he doesn't get minutes. But he is a player.
He's a clutch player.
Yeah,
he is a clutch player.
You see,
look at last season, when he fucking scored them 2 goals. It was against you, wasn't it?
Yeah, against us. Yeah.
Yeah, come off the bench, bang, bang, 2 goals. Yeah. That was at the bridge, wasn't it? Was that at the bridge?
It was. Yeah, he was the ball from Modric and he finished it. Yeah.
Came off the bench, 2 goals inside 5 minutes.
From Modric. Do you see this fucking guy, Luka Modric? How can you be so good at football, bro? Because that's a joke.
You know what? Does anyone in world football, fan-wise, actually hate Modric? He's got to be the most liked footballer ever. Because you have the Messi Ronaldo debates, there'll be people that hate on Ronaldo, mate. Does anyone actually hate on Modric? Because every time I hear a football fan talk about him, everyone's just like, yo, he's a bad boy. Like, proper player, rate him. I've never heard anyone slag Modric off, ever.
No, you can't. You can't. It's like Iniesta. You just don't do it, bruv. Them two doesn't. I'll be real with you. If I had to choose between the 2 players, I think Ini just edged it. Just.
No. I'd go
you reckon you go Modric instead?
Yeah, I'd go Modric. Yeah, I'd go Modric. Listen, Xavi and Iniesta together work perfect. I don't know whether Xavi and Modric would, but I think it would. They're both quality players. They'd find a way. But I think that the telepathy that them 2 had, Xavi and Iniesta, that was just different, bro. I don't think Modric would have done well, but would he have done that well? But I still think Modric is better than Iniesta.
Okay, that's an argument.
There's different ranges of passes, different types of passes, like consistency over a long period, different countries. Yeah, man, top player, man. Top player.
I can see, bro.
Tottenham must be kicking themselves, bro.
I mean, they had, listen, to be fair on Tottenham, there was nothing they can do about it. Because you see, if he didn't go to Real Madrid, because remember, Chelsea were in for Modric as well. We matched the bid, and then Levy said he's 60 million or nothing. And Abramovich was like, okay. But they said, fuck you, he's going to Real Madrid. Basically. So yeah, it was
never look back, mate. 5 Champions Leagues later.
Yep. There we go. But Guns, Yeah, we're going to bring this stream to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. We had a good conversation here. Big up the people in the building. Man. Smash up that like button. Subscribe as well. Thank you for getting us to 16K as well, people in the chat.
Come on.
Let's get up to 17. We're still on that road to 20K.
Told you, it's all about live streams, bro.
It is about live streams. It's the best, man. You get to interact with the peoples as well, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So it's always good to interact with the peoples. But Guns, let the people know what you've got coming up or what you've already got up on your channel.
Just on a stream about Liverpool, should they sack Klopp? It was basically just a Real Madrid suckfest, I can't lie. Didn't really mention Klopp, but that was the last video. 5 o'clock, I'm back on my channel. And then 6 o'clock, I'm on Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. Sub to the second channel, at Lee Reacts. There'll be a video out Friday, 10 p.m. Make sure you go and check that out. Reaction channel. Every Friday, 10 p.m, there'll be a video out. So go and check that out. Sub to that. That's nearly on 8.5K. So big up to everyone who's subbed, man. Go and check out the last video. It's over 11K views now. So thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. People, you heard there. Yeah, likes up, subscribes up, all of that stuff, people. Yeah, listen, at all times, up the Chelsea. Gareth Southgate out. Bless up, people.
Ancelotti in. Vamos.